Oil changes on four-stroke engines are a critical component of your maintenance routine. It's not hard to do yourself, but knowing how to do it correct is essential. We're going to show you exactly how to do it. Let's get into it. Welcome back to spring prep season. We are here with my buddy Phil, who has this 2023 V6 300 horsepower Suzuki. This thing is an absolute monster. He has it paired on a 26-foot bay boat. It absolutely flies. I think you probably hit 50 miles an hour.
50 plus, about 52.
Unbelievable, very fun boat. We want to talk oil changes, and as we said, oil changes are a critical component of your annual spring checklist. So Phil's going to bring us through how he goes and performs the oil change. First step is to obviously drain the oil. Phil, how do we go about draining the oil on this Suzuki?
First thing we're going to do is we're going to pop off our cowling here. Probably helping my partner was up top there, but
well, when you're 7 feet tall, you don't need a partner. So the reason that you want to take the cowling off first, it's twofold. One, you're going to need to change the obvious oil filter, which is underneath the cowling. And then as Phil said before we started recording, one of the tricks that he's learned along the way is to take your dipstick out will allow air to get into the oil system, and that'll allow the oil to drain a lot quicker. So that's what Phil is going to go for now.
So another little trick I've come across over the years is last time I changed the oil on this, I did it and I warmed it up beforehand. Bit of a debate going on that. You need to either warm it up, some people say, or you change it cold. Last time I warmed it up, and when I took this drain plug out, oil came shooting out at me and missed some of the drain pan. So this year, I got my bucket with my trash bag inside. Hopefully it's gonna catch some of that oil for us.
Perfect. And as Phil said, to warm up the engine before you do the oil change is just to make the oil a little bit less thick. But as you know, Phil mentioned, less thick means that it's a little bit easier to flow, and that's where it can squirt out. Just because Phil's using a garbage bag in a garbage pail, it doesn't mean that he's going to dispose of the oil into the trash. He's obviously going to bring it to the township where they'll dispose of it the right way. So then Phil's going to get set up here and we'll start draining the oil out of the engine. So as Phil gets ready to drain the oil, it is a 5/16 Allen key on this Suzuki engine. Obviously, if you have a Merc, a Yamaha, a Honda, it's going to be slightly different. One other disclaimer here, if you do have one of those engine manufacturers, the oil change process is largely the same. Drain the oil, you want to change the filter, refill the engine with oil. How you do it differs a little bit by manufacturer, so just be sure that you do a quick Google search to know exactly how it is different with your engine manufacturer. All right, Phil, take it away. Let's start the draining process.
So one little thing I got actually from Suzuki forum on Facebook. This is like a little chute here that instead of when your oil's getting almost done, instead of running down the side of your lower cowling here and onto your lower unit, it's gonna go on this little chute and straight into your drain pan. A couple other things you wanna make sure you have on hand. Gloves, this oil's nasty, and a rag, all right? There we go.
So as you can see, even without the engine running before we started to drain the oil is pretty thick. It's about 50 degrees out today, so it's not super thin, but it still shoots out quite a bit. So just be ready with your drip pan to catch it, or else you're gonna have a huge mess on your hands. Phil, we almost did it perfectly. We had a little spillage.
Yeah, we'll clean it up. So we got our rag.
How long does it take about, Phil, to completely drain out?
So at the beginning here, it's gonna come out really quick, but towards the end, it's gonna slow down. You're starting to get your drip. 15, 20 minutes before it's all said and done, just to make sure it's completely empty. Some people can go quicker. I just like to try and make sure there's everything out of the engine. Sometimes I'll even go as far as trimming the engine up a little bit, trimming it back down, just to kind of change the level that it's at, just really help drain that completely.
Perfect. And when you first start, you wanna have the engine pretty much straight, is that right?
Yeah, you wanna make sure your engine's level. Once again, it's just gonna help everything drain so much quicker.
Perfect. All right, so it's been about 15 minutes. All of the oil has been drained out of the engine. Phil, what's the next step in the process?
All right, so we're gonna remove our little drain cap here. Clean up our work area. All right, we're gonna get our new washer for our drain plug. Guys, don't cheap out on this. It's $1. All right, we're gonna start threading that in there by hand. All right, so we got our drain plug in. We're gonna tighten it up nice and snug there, all right? And now we're ready to move on to our oil filter. All right, guys, we move it over to the starboard side of our boat here. All right, for my engine, this is where my oil filter's located, all right? So we're gonna first take one of our rags, place it down underneath. I don't care how long you drained your engine for. When you pop this off, you're gonna get some more oil coming out, all right? So what we've already done, we've already loosened this up a little bit with our wrench, all right? You wanna make sure that you take it off and you move quickly. All right, so there we go. We got our old oil filter here. Something I was taught at a young age, you wanna take some of your old oil, all right? We got a little dab of some of our engine oil. We're gonna just lightly coat the ring, all right? Pull it back up. Tighten her down. Guys, do not over tighten it, all right? You're gonna be like me and not be able to get it off next spring. Hand tight, nice and snug, and we're done. All right, guys, we're up here on top of the boat. Our dipstick is back in, ready to start filling up our engine. My engine takes 8 quarts and a little bit. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my 8, measure, and then add some more as needed. All right, guys, so our 8 quarts are in. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna come on the other side here. We're gonna check our dipstick, pull it out. All right, you can see I'm just above halfway here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit more just to make sure that that level is just below the top mark. All right, we're creeping up there. We're gonna add a little bit more and we should be good. All right, guys, that's gonna be it. We're just below that top mark there. We're ready to go.
And that's it, guys. Phil's gonna get the engine all buttoned up, everything back hand tight, get the cowling back on. Oil changes are absolutely something that you can do on your own. Practice, do a little bit of research, and save some money. Get your boat back in the water. If you learned anything, please give this video a like. If you do anything different, or if you have a Merc, a Yamaha, a Honda, leave a comment below. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next one.